Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, let me put that down. Welcome, everybody, to today's stream. Good to see so many of you already in chat. Hello, welcome. Happy to have all of you here. How is everyone doing? It's been a minute. Haven't seen you since last year, so good to see everybody. We got Sleight of Hook. We got Desaloo. Carrot Top, Joy to the World, Falcons made it. Hooked by Maryland's made it. Hello, how are you today? Holy moly, that's a lot of emojis. Hello, Horsey Crocheter, Alba the Lover, Ellie Yaya. Hello, Rubri, back in the chat. Anomaly, good to see you. The Rion Luna, hello, how are you? Bethuska Crochet, good to have you here today. K Crochet, Res77, good to have you. Orion's Cash, Lumen, Carrot Top, hello, Snug Knots by Emily, good to see you. For everyone who's new here, my name is Vincent, and I will be your host today for the Ribblr show, talking about awards today, so exciting stuff. Hello, MSB Crochet, good to see you. Crochet Fudge, Tired Knitter, Hop, good to see you. R Ladybug, happy to have you here today. How am I today? Thank you for asking, Luna. I am doing pretty okay and good, as a member of the world can be at the moment. Yeah, it's an exciting weekend ahead of lots of teaching crochet, so exciting stuff. Oh, sup, Laura Grace? Good to see you over on YouTube. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Love the content, by the way. Always love seeing... Actually, your TikTok show up for me, like, very frequently, so good to see you. Hello, Molly Bluer. Hodgen Snell, good to see you. Sweet Loop, hello. Oh my gosh, so many for all of you here today. One moment, I just need to send a message. Sorry, I had a lot of planning today. You really want to teach crochet? It is a fun pastime. Well, it's kind of a job, but yeah. So Horsey, let's stop spamming with the emojis. That would be awesome. Hello, Marley. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll give you just one warning, Horsey, or we will have to time you out. So please be respectful. Hello, Lumen. Good to see you. Joy to the World. So really excited to have all of you here today. It is an exciting one, as we are going to be talking about our awards that so many of you took the time to vote and guess on. So thank you everyone for being here. Really appreciate it and what you do for the community. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had to kind of move the camera a little bit due to what the screen is going to be looking like. So as you see, I have my button up on, as we are serious. This is actually what I usually teach in as well. Yes, I hope everyone can also join in on the challenge too. So let me actually yeah, so exciting to have everybody. We are gonna have some guests here today. Someone's popping on, and then our other guest will be here as kind of an AMA, so that'll be kind of a fun experiment today. That is, yes, the hand puppet version. My Ribbit's not very good. He looks kind of alien-like. I don't know how. I'm so rusty. We will go over the challenge for sure. So, but time is limited, and there are limited windows, so we are going to jump on into all the fun. So, hello everyone on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining. Lynx Bunny, Just a Lovely Lady, hello to both of you. Thank you so much for coming. Um, should I change my username? That's up to you to decide. So, let's jump into what today is to look like. The pattern is already available on, pattern is already available, so you can definitely find that for yourself on the Ribblr shop. It is for free. The first piece of information we want to give out is we do have our Freebie Friday currently live. So if you want to grab this awesome pattern, you do get to claim it for free for today only. So putting in this in the chat, actually both the chats. So if you do want to claim this pattern, all you have to do is follow this awesome shop, and the pattern will be yours. So great way to jump into that. We do have our Freebie Friday. And for everybody that I'm speaking, is the audio okay, or am I only coming out of one side? So this is from Lily Garumi. She is an awesome crafter, awesome maker. Got some sweet stuff in their shop, so make sure to check it out. And yeah, let's see here. I feel like all right. Okay. I hope that we have both the left and right. We're actually going to mono. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm so glad you like the Freebie Fridays. A bit on the low side. That one you might have to turn up on your end, but in terms of going back and forth between the two ears, so let's actually share what we are discussing today. And of course, I don't have this up. One moment. Nope. This is supposed to be showing. Okay, so a lot of you were able to jump into okay, cool. So we did have our annual awards up, a little bit different this year, just due to oh my gosh, a little bit different this year. Instead of like voting on everyone's favorite, we do have like the stats. One moment. We do have the stats at the ready for behind the scenes. So we did have everyone try to take their guesses on what they think would be, you know, first, second, and third, just to get an idea of kind of what the community is enjoying and seeing. Obviously, these are all amazing patterns, so just being in the top 3 finalists already is a huge deal. So thank you everyone for taking the time to look at those. And then we're actually gonna just be pulling these up on the screen so everyone can see that in a bit more detail. But thank you everyone for oh gosh. Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna show the things here. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna show the 3 finalists for the awards, and then we'll do a drum roll, and then we'll show the actual order. We'll show the order in which everyone voted, and then the order in which it was actually on the back end. So excited to show that off to everybody and show who the winners are as well. Okay, so we have quite a few different categories. So we're going to jump right on into this. Sorry if I miss any of your chat messages or anything, but we are on a bit of a time window. So let's jump into it together. Right now I can't be answering questions, but maybe at the end. Hello, Naris Crocheting. Good to see you. Sophia V, glad to see you. Thanks for coming on by today. So let's check out the nominees for the most, it says purchase freebie, but it's more like, well, it counts as a purchase, but it's more just like acclaimed freebie. So here are the 3 nominees. We have Craft by it's either Dennis or Denise, with this awesome shark bag. I've seen this one around, really awesome. We have By Stitch Creations, who had this giant bundle of 10 of them for free, which I imagine a lot of you have taken, and these are all still free, I believe, so you can still take them. So really awesome value there if you haven't already. And if you were on the community page, you would be able to see all those. You got all of them, Slay. Oh, and you as well, Heather. Nice. And then Sweet Loop Dreams with this really unique and awesome, it's like a, you fold it up and you can carry all your like tools and notions and stuff for your craft, which is really meta, going from like creating it yourself with the craft to hold the rest of your craft. So giant props to them with that awesome pattern. And you might see some repeats, as we did have some really just stellar patterns on the platform. So all of you took the time to vote and stuff on what you think would be first place. So let's show that off. Let me know what this volume sounds like. Gonna hide this. So the winner for this category for the most claimed freebie patterns is, get a drum roll. All right, huge congrats to By Stitch Creations for actually winning this category. So honestly, it makes sense for just like the amount of value that comes with it. I hope that drum roll sounded okay. Thanks, Heather. So Stitch Creations, I think, purely just off of like the value that is offered, it makes a lot of sense. It's awesome when designers offer so much. So really sweet to see that. That was the winner for the claims. And for your votes, it looks like a lot of you actually predicted that to be correct. I think that one makes sense. So congratulations to the winner there. But that isn't to say that the second and third places aren't awesome patterns as well. Y'all guessed that it was actually the reverse order. So how it actually turned out is Sweet Loop Dreams had their utility belt pretty much for it. So hello, Nella. And then Craft by Dennis came in third. So they will all be receiving selfie points and stuff in the back. So thank you everyone for voting on those. You're just going to be missing the award stuff and then perhaps a community game together. So huge congratulations to them. So, that's really awesome to see. Thank you everyone for voting on that. Like I said, you're just going to be missing some of the awards stuff. They are all amazing patterns. And since this is the freebie category, you can actually go claim. So huge shout out to them. And then let's go jump into the next one. All right, bye, Joy. Yes, you will be able to rewatch on YouTube and on Ribblr as well. So the next category was the best selling pattern. So big deal. We had a lot of new designers come onto the platform. Hello, Laura Grace. A lot of new designers came onto the platform, and maybe not completely new, but some folks may have already dipped their toes in Ribblr, but there were a lot of people who really kind of put more of their energy and time into the platform, especially after the glow up, which makes sense to me. The glow up, I think, for me, it definitely ignited a like desire to be on the platform like way more than I already was. So it's awesome. So here are all the nominees for this. We had the Tesserae jumper by Crochet by Jessie. We had this awesome jumper. It's like a full body jumper thing, but for smaller people, like children and stuff, by She's Hooked Designs. So that was an awesome one. It's pretty cool to see that kind of design do so well. And then Red Panda Crafts had this awesome pinecone trinket bag pattern, which I myself would love to make or one of you to gift it to me, because I do play a lot of card games and other board games. So having my dice in there would be awesome. Yep. So y'all have taken the time to vote on that. So the winner for the best selling pattern with the drum roll is going to be... Oh. All right. Congratulations to Crochet by Jessie. So they did really well with this best selling pattern. We actually, on a personal note, her and I were actually started communicating a bit more this year. So it's really awesome to see her show up like this. I love all her other content as well. And she's actually going to be on the show here momentarily to give a few words and to chat with us for a second. So pretty exciting. But yeah, so they did awesome. And you as a community voted on that as well. A lot of detail in it. And I would love to know how many of you also have made this pattern and bought it as well. And then once again, flip-flop for second and third place. Red Panda did have second place with their trinket bag. And then She's Hooked designed with their their jumper for little ones. So pretty awesome. And we are going to go actually jump into our interview and talk to our guest when they are ready. So we'll give them a few moments to come on in, and then we will jump on in for them. Oh, it looks like we're about to start. So one moment, Jesse. Let me pull this up. All right. Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Thank you so much for joining us today. Let me just make sure everyone can hear you okay.
Fingers
Chat.
crossed.
All right. Can we get some W's in the chat for if we can hear Jesse okay, just in case? We didn't do a test before this one, but I think that's okay.
Hopefully.
My team members haven't said anything, and we're getting hellos, so I think
Okay, that's
good.
a good start.
All right. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining.
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So you and I haven't officially met like digitally like this. So if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to me and to the chat as well.
Yeah, of course. So, hi guys, I'm Jessie. I am a crochet pattern designer, mainly mosaic crochet, which you can kind of see everywhere. And yeah, I started really getting into designing wearables, I'd say the second half of 2025. And yeah, I'm based in the UK.
Awesome. And that's cool. I didn't know that you like attached mosaic to kind of like your like identity. So that's really cool. Like that makes So does that all just come like, do you sketch all your stuff out before you do it, or is it all just like on the fly?
Honestly, it's a combination. Sometimes I have a really specific idea and I don't even write it down, and it turns into a bit of chaos because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And other times I'm trying to maybe match a certain theme, so I sketch it out a little bit more. But yeah, there's not really a lot of organization. That kind of comes the latter part of what I'm doing.
Oh, that's so awesome. Well, I really appreciate you like being so active on Ribblr and seeing that your pattern was such a huge seller for this year. Have you been on Ribblr beyond this year, or was this your first year kind of going in on it? Or?
So, I have been on Ribblr for a couple years, but I had a really, really big shift in 2025. I discovered mosaic crochet, I want to say, I think it was during lockdown in 2020, and I really, really got into it, started making blanket designs during that time, and then it was about April, May time, I had someone close to me say, oh, I'd really like it if you made a top with this. Oh. And it kind of just clicked. And ever since then, I have been crocheting non-stop. I've had a ridiculous amount of designs and pattern tests all happening at once. I don't know how I had like 3 on the go at once some point last year.
Wow.
So I've been on Ribblr for a good couple of years, but I think it's really picked up in like the last 6 months.
Yeah, we have loved having you be a part of like so many of like the campaigns and stuff, and you're kind of like a newer face to the like like the ecosystem on Ribblr, and I think everyone's been loving seeing all your patterns and stuff. So yeah, love having you be a part of the atmosphere and the ecosystem.
It's been amazing, and I've loved taking part in all of the events that have been happening. It's been great. Every time I've had like an email and it's happening again, I'm like, I love it.
Yay, we love your enthusiasm. That's so awesome. So 2020 was like, or this like post-COVID era, I guess, is a big big time for you. How long have you
Yeah.
been crocheting? Was that before COVID as well, or how long have you been doing the craft?
I've actually been crocheting since I was about 7 or 8 because my nan
Wow.
first taught me when I was pretty tiny, and it's been something that my family have always done. So my nan taught me, she was taught by my great grandmother, and I then ironically taught my mum how to crochet because it skipped a generation for some reason.
Oh, that's awesome that you can like hand it up and hopefully hand it forward as well moving forward. Um, do your does your like peers and loved ones, do they find it surprising that your brain works this way, or have you always kind of expressed creativity in this like this sort of music?
Ironically, I never really thought I was creative or artistic, believe it or not.
Really?
I was always very academic at school. I cannot draw to save my life. I can't even draw a straight line if I try to. So I kind of shied away from all of that. And again, I went to university for philosophy. So very
Whoa.
different. And then just partway through that, I realized, yeah, I could continue going down there for a career, or I could just do what I love. And yeah, I've just kept building on that. And so my parents have seen how things have been progressing and how I've been doing, and especially the jump with designing and making wearables.
Yeah.
And they're very, very supportive. But with the generational thing, I don't think they realized just how far I could go with it. And now they're seeing it, and it's really, really fun.
Yeah, because you're kind of like all over the internet right now, right? Like you're on like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Ribblr. Like you're kind of all over the place.
It's been a mental last year. The Instagram was basically non-existent this time
Wow.
last year. I think I had about 300 followers at the start of January last year.
Whoa, what are you at
So
now?
just short of 100k.
Oh my, what? Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you've done the time, like for sure, but that is huge. What the heck?
it's mad. It was videos of the Tesserae jumper started to go really viral. So the pattern didn't release until October, but come August time, I had so many people saying, release it now. And I'm like, it's in testing, I can't.
What?
But yeah, it took off from that, and it's still sinking in. I still struggle every time I open the app and just see that it's very, very different to what I'm used to.
So are you, so over, and you said you're in the UK, correct?
Yeah.
Are you like a walking celebrity over there? Like, do people like stop you when they see you? Like, do you wear your stuff out as well?
So I have all my stuff out. I went to a knit and stitch show, which was in October, and I did have a couple people stop me, which was the weirdest feeling I've ever had. I'm not used to that in the slightest. So I'm slowly shifting to that just a little bit.
Wow, that must be a warm, fun, hopefully a welcoming feeling. That's so
Yeah,
awesome.
it was great. I had a lot of people. I had people stop me and go, "You designed that jumper," and I was like, "I did."
Awesome. I figured that you've probably mentioned all these things on your YouTube channel as well, correct?
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I whenever something like that happens, I'm very excited. I love to share it.
Oh, that's so awesome. And does the this is kind of an off-topic one, but is the UK, does it a pretty big like scene over there for like the fiber arts?
To be honest, I would actually say not as much in comparison to the US. I'd say
Mm.
it's pretty different. I think from what I've seen, especially on social media, there's not that many British fibre artists that are bigger creators. Laura, for example, Laura Grace is one of my really good friends, and
Oh,
we've both grown quite a lot via just everything on the internet. We've been friends for just short of 2 years now. Tell me if I'm wrong, Laura. And we had very, very small followings at the time, and we both started up YouTube at a very similar time, and we've been building on Instagram. So there's definitely a little community that we have found together, but nothing compared to, I think, what happens in US.
yeah, I see both of you hit our feeds like pretty frequently. So something, you got something in the water over there. So, and that's awesome. I do imagine that you probably will be like a historical figure going down the road. I don't see like, I do see mosaic stuff, but I don't see it as like pop culturally expressed maybe
Yeah.
as I have seen your stuff. So congratulations on all your successes.
It's been really fun. I wanted to try and find a niche that I felt worked for me, but then it was something that just wasn't out there for people. And the second it started to really kind of grow, I was like, okay, well, now I need to think of different designs that suit everybody, because initially some of my tops wouldn't necessarily have fitted for everyone, whereas with jumpers everyone loves a jumper, so it kind of made
Yeah.
sense to start branching out to do them as well.
Definitely. Are you like for when it comes to construction, are you like a
Mm.
top down person? Are you like double plant panel kind of person? What's your like
I'm the
preferred?
opposite. I'm bottom up.
Oh, are
And then
you?
leaves.
Wow. Bottom up.
Yeah.
I don't even that actually sounds so hard.
Do you know what I initially the jump to try and figure out how I wanted to do a jumper? I was so stressed because I was thinking, how the heck am I going to figure this out? And ironically, that was the first thing I thought about because it made the most sense for me when kind of picturing how I wanted to construct it, what would work. And so the arms are attached separately. I'm trying to think of where you can see the joining point, if I can find
Oh.
it there. Not great there, my hair's all in the way. But yeah, so the sleeves are added on last, and you do everything else for the body first. Create your armholes, choose how loose you want your sleeves to be when you make it. You can add any collars and extra ribbing, which I'm working on another jumper design at the moment, which has
Oh.
a different kind of collar fitting. But it's a bit backwards to what you'd expect. It really is.
Yeah, definitely. And do you have like a rhyme or reason or philosophy towards your mosaic, or you just kind of go off of like the vibe?
So I feel like certain projects I have a lot of very specific inspiration. So one of my tops I call the Acropolis top, and that's very inspired by ancient Greece and just the Greek feelings altogether.
Oh,
And that's amazing because I then took a photo in front of the Acropolis later last year, which I didn't even know I was going to go when I was designing it, which was really random. But
whoa.
I tried to come up with a concept. Ironically, the Tesserae jumper didn't really have one. It was kind of anything but. This piece was putting together a color palette that I never would have chosen because
Really?
I've not typically been very out there with colors. So I thought, okay, let's just choose a bunch of colors that I would never go for. And it arrived. There were a few that I went, no, 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 that's definitely not going in there. And then I had this cluster of colors, which I thought, okay, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see if I like it. I fell in love with it. And then it turns out a lot of other people really liked it. So much so that I had to update the pattern to actually give everyone the exact order.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't know I was going to need to do that because people just wanted it the exact same way. And after that, I've tried to be very intentional with the color palettes that I choose just to show people there's so much you can do. So, I mean, for example, I've got my Eros jumper, which I've gone for another crazy color combo. My Kairos Coord, which is currently in testing, I wanted to show that you can do so much even with just two colors because a lot of my other ones have been very bold and in your face and vibrant,
Yeah.
and there's so much going on. But yeah, I'd say the actual design element itself, it kind of, I mess around with it a few times. I don't necessarily go into a project with a specific idea unless there's such a specific theme like the Acropolis top.
Hmm.
But for me, it's mainly the colors. I really want a project that pops, that people can kind of go, oh yeah, and be drawn to.
Well, clearly that is like working for you like so well. That well, thank you for sharing such insight. I that is
Yeah,
so awesome. There's so much going on in your head with that. Like and with that happening, like all your growth, finding your like
mm.
voice and niche as an artist and even winning like a Ribblr award now, is it trippy to kind of like find your place in like the scene? Like how are you feeling?
I feel like an imposter. It has not sunk in.
No, no.
I am sat here like, what am I doing? That's just been this year. It's because everything's happened so quickly. It's just not sinking in, and
Right.
it's gonna take time. And then soon after that, I'll be like, yeah, yeah, no, I am here, and it's valid. But right now, it's just a series of feeling more and more shocked with more and more things happening.
Yeah, I mean, if you were like an overnight success, I can see why
Mm.
you'd feel that way. But you've been doing it for so many years. You've done your time. So I think, I hope 2026 is the year where you can feel solidified and not have that imposter syndrome because you
Fingers
deserve it for
crossed.
sure.
Thank you.
It looks like in the chat, one of the main
Mm.
questions is if people are just looking for just like a very beginner friendly like tip when it comes to doing
Mm.
mosaic crochet, do you have any at the top of your head?
Oh, so when I first did mosaic crochet, I used a lot of double knit acrylic yarn just because I found using that and using a bigger hook just made it a little bit easier because I'm very aware that I say use really thin cotton, use these really small hooks, and that it can be quite fiddly. But practice makes perfect. If you need to use chunkier yarn, bigger hooks just to get yourself used to the technique, that is fine.
Mm.
I also recommend I've got some tutorials on YouTube which are just basic beginner ones. So visual learners, that's worth checking out. And if people ever want a pattern, I would always first say the Animos set, because I actually use a bigger hook and acrylic yarn for that as well, just so it works up easier.
Oh, fascinating. Okay, that's actually all really great advice. Thanks for having it at the top of your head. And that's awesome. You got to wear your winning jumper today.
I couldn't not wear it.
I know. I thought about saying that to you. You know, like, oh, it'd be great if you could. So thank you for already being ahead of the game. And it looks like, you know, you have a lot of compliments in the chat, and as people are saying that they can't wait for your next cardigan to be released. So I didn't know that you had something else coming out. So if you want to promote any of your upcoming projects or any other things that you want to keep promoting.
Yeah, of course. So this cohort has been in testing for a little bit under a month at this point. It's due to be done, I think, early to mid-March time. So hopefully it'll be released then. I want to give everyone a good amount of time because it is quite a big project.
For sure.
That is going to be released. I'm working on a jumper at the moment, which is the one with the different neckline. I am slaving away. I'm stuck on Sleeve Island, and it's feeling like an eon right now to get them done. But once that is done, I'm so excited to share some posts and videos and then get a call for testing out for that as well.
Oh, yay. That's so exciting. Well, I can't wait to see it release. And of course, Ribblr will do our best to help promote it and share it with our audience. Clearly, like, you are a fan favorite here. So I'm sure they would all love to see that. But our window is coming to a close just because we have to get to the other things as well. And you're just a part of all the sweet patterns. I really appreciate you coming on. Where else can everyone find you on the internet in case they want to still support in other ways as well?
So my Instagram, which is where you guys are going to see most of my updates, I try to post daily, some things on my story, every other day for a post, and that is crochet.byjessie. And then on YouTube, I have lots of different videos. I have mosaic crochet tutorials if you guys do want to learn how to do this form of crochet, and that's just Crochet by Jessie as well.
Awesome. And are you use your socials as just like an update kind of thing, or do you also post content like pretty frequently too?
A little bit of everything, to be honest. I try to be as consistent as I can. When lots of amazing people have been sharing their versions of the test ray jumper, I love putting that on my story as well. It's the best feeling. So, and I've also got a highlights on my page. So there's so many photos of people who have worked on their versions of the test ray jumper and other projects as well.
Oh, awesome. Amazing. Well, I'm sure, no one will ever get bored of the content you're putting out. I myself am looking forward to a huge 2026 for you. We'll always be in your corner and really appreciate you coming on today. I know it's a bit late for you over on that side of the world. So
I've been buzzing all day for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We'll definitely be in contact after, and I really appreciate you coming on today. I know your time is so valuable, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you guys for watching as well.
Awesome. Take care. Have a good one. We'll speak soon.
You too. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, she is an absolute pleasure to have. They say don't meet your heroes, but she was awesome. So giant thanks to Jessie for coming on today, even if it was for a short amount of time. If you all loved having her here today, we can always try to book for a longer interview just to pick at her brain a bit more. We're going to give my voice a quick break, and we're going to have Ribbit come in with the breaking news, and then we will get back to the awards. So thank you, everyone, and I hope you are all having a great day today. So yes, thank you so much, Jessie. Yeah, that was awesome. So thank you so much. I'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you, Vincent. Ribbot here with today's headlines from the Ribblr community and beyond. Today marks the Ribblr Awards 2025, celebrating creativity, dedication, and innovation across the community. Nominations highlight a wide range of talented makers, and winners are being announced throughout the show. In addition, several creators across social media, such as Croutons Crochet and Crochet by Jenna, are hosting their own awards event, recognizing and celebrating makers in the community. It's a festive moment for everyone to come together and honor creativity. As we step into 2026, Ribblers are already sharing their New Year resolutions and bucket lists. Whether it's finishing long-standing projects, launching shops, learning new techniques, or simply making more time to craft, the community is setting intentions for a creative year ahead. In music news, global pop act Cat's Eye has released their new single, Internet Girl, and it sparked a lively conversation online. Fans are divided. Some love the catchy internet-inspired theme, while others prefer the live version they first heard on tour or aren't as enthusiastic about the production. Despite the debate, the track debuted in the top 15 on global charts, showing it's still a major moment for the group. And finally, a major pop culture moment. Stranger Things has officially reached its conclusion. After nearly a decade of demogorgons, synths, and fandom theories, viewers are sharing mixed emotions about the ending. So we have to ask, how did it land for you? That's all for today's headlines. Enjoy the awards, share your goals for the year ahead, and keep the conversations going. Sending it back to Vincent. Ribbit, ribbit.
All right, big thank you to our GOAT, Ribbit. Really appreciate him coming on by and letting us know all the news. Yeah, that Cat's Eye song, I was a big fan of Gnarly, but I don't know. That one was kind of mid. But thank you again to Jesse for coming on by. That was really fun. We're going to go into our next categories. So hope you are all having fun. And then we do mention the like music and television, just because those are things that so many crafters are involved with when crafting, you know, listening to music. I myself am a big music listener. I know a lot of people watch their shows, movies while they're crafting. So hello, Woven. How's it going today? All right, so next category are the most journaled patterns. So these are patterns that have the most journals, you know, after people are done creating and sharing about them. So we have this fun cow by Nige. Okay, Nige Key Crochet. So awesome cow from Nige Key Crochet. We have this awesome dragon by Crochet by Dania. And then we have this duck by Mina Migurumi. So these are really fun. I'm honest, like the cow and the duck don't surprise me. But the dragon does surprise me only because that is a bit more of an intricate pattern. So seeing it to be the most journaled is definitely really interesting. So it's cool to kind of see where everyone's heads are when it comes to like complicated patterns like that. There's definitely some like dialogue online where people think that simple is the only way to go, but I don't know if that's the case, because we see the dragon here. We saw Jess's like mosaic sweater patterns as well, and I would not go as far to say that those are like simple. So pretty interesting moving forward. So the winner with a drum roll for this category is Congo Rat. Oh, and looky. Okay. All of you knew this. Okay, so Giant some of the names are mixed around here, but Giant dubs to Crochet by Dania for their dragon pattern being the most journaled pattern this year. So really awesome, very detailed, very great photography. So that's huge. Congratulations to them. Oh, Marilyn says a lot of people don't do journals, so I think if they did a harder work, they would be more proud of it. That's a good hypothesis right there. So thank you for sharing that. So huge congratulations to them. Awesome pattern. Love the way it looks. If I had the time and I was just a crafter, I think I would probably pursue it as well. But we also have Mina Gurumi with their duck pattern being the second. I think I've actually seen that one at markets along with the cow as well. So that makes sense why those ones are journaled. So congratulations to all of the designers for these patterns, and thank you everyone for voting on those as well and taking your guesses. For the most part, it's been the same trend of the community members are all getting the correct one right, and then we're always flip-flopping those second and third places. But top 3 out of all the patterns on Ribblr, not too shabby at all. So thank you everyone for participating in that one. Really awesome. So let me pull this up really quick. And we are now going to jump into the next category. But just to make sure in chat, I hope everyone is having a good time today. It's really fun to see everyone come together, especially for like end of the year stuff. So yeah. Falcon says, Vincent, you should apply for Game of Wolf for the next series. I don't even live over on that side of the world. I don't even know if yeah. Nice, Marilyn. Nice. You got a good eye then. So let's go into the next one. I'm so glad Sleight of Hook. So the next category for this one is going to be the most liked pattern of 2025. So, you know, you can be throwing your likes around pretty willy-nilly on Ribblr, which is awesome. Great way to support your favorite artists and patterns. This actually does help throw them into like the algorithm and stuff. So, you know, those like patterns will be considered trending, and they'll probably show up on people's For You pages when they're scrolling on Ribblr. So yeah, thank you everyone for participating in that if you are liking patterns on the reg. So our first contestant, or our first pattern, is we have the, gosh, oh my gosh, I'm always tripping on like the terminology, but from Sweet Loop Dreams, they have like the crochet and tools notions carrier, which is really awesome. I just think it's so creative the way they did that. So really cool to that. Pulling up to like a stitch night with that would be pretty cool. We got the Pusheen Cat by Mellow Stitches Co. I'm pretty sure that photography is just incredible. And look at Pusheen making it back in the spotlight. When I first started crocheting like a decade ago, Pusheen was so popular. So good to see it back. And then we actually have a pattern or an artist that I don't see often, but I'm really glad to see they're getting the recognition. We got Crochet by Jay with their cute cow pattern. Year of the cows, I swear. A lot of cows this year. So we got this really cute cow pattern. The construction looks nice and fun. So huge props to all of them for joining us. And then let's see what the winner is. And then we are actually going to be having our guest for the winner of this one come on and do a little bit of an AMA kind of interview. So excited for that. So let's announce the winner. We'll get the drum roll. And the winner is... Oh, first community, not the one who was correct, but Sweet Loop Dreams squeaks by with the most amount of votes for the winner. So this was the most liked pattern on Ribblr. It's so unique, so creative, and really made well. I think the yarn they chose is like a perfect one for it. So huge congrats to the winner here. It looks fantastic. I'm so curious on how many of you have made it. We got Mellow Stitches in second place, and then we got Crochet by Jay with the cow in third. So really awesome awesome selections here. Oh, you did Sleight of the Hook? Nice. Yeah, so awesome stuff there. And yeah, really excited to have so many like awesome patterns on the platform. I feel like the quality of patterns on Ribblr just gets better and better by the day, honestly. So huge congratulations to them. And then we are actually going to be having Sweet Loop jump on in today. And we are actually, due to, in terms of, you know, being comfortable on camera, not everyone live streams and stuff. So we are going to be doing a little bit of an experiment today and doing a type in real time kind of stream. So we're going to give that a whirl and see how that all looks and feels. So bear with us as we give it a try. And I will see you on the other side, Sweet Loop Dreams. So let me pull this up. All right, we'll have the chat here as well. So hello, Sweet Loop Dreams. Feel free to Congratulations on winning. They will be in the chat. If you wouldn't mind giving us a little bit of an intro to who you are and introducing yourself to the crowd and what you're all about. And as we wait for them to type, y'all can still message in the chat as well. And then if this works out, we will maybe do more of these like typing AMA ones. So excited to have creators showing up in so many different kinds of ways and not always kind of just like the typical ones. So really exciting to have this maker here. And I'm not sure how much it is right now, but you can go grab this pattern for sure. So as they type, I do want to ask all of you, have y'all been inspired? Okay, here we are. So hi, Jeanette. Welcome. Hi there. I'm Jeanette. Thanks for having me here. I live in Italy. Okay, thank you for being here, especially with the time zone difference. I live in Italy and I try to manage university while still finding time for my hobbies. It's a bit of a challenge, but I love it. Nice. That's so awesome that you're, being able to balance all of those. We would absolutely love to know, congratulations on winning this one. What was your inspiration for this kind of project? And are you surprised by its success that you see so far? Bay says, this is cool. It's good for camera shy creators. Definitely. And it kind of gives us a chance to also ask questions in the chat, kind of like an AMA thing. K Crochet says, this is cool. I know I'd be an anxious mess if I tried to get on camera. Well, we do want to try to like keep it accessible for folks, especially when they are winning an award like this. So, just gotta fill the air as they type and stuff. But we really do appreciate Janet being here and giving us a little bit of an insight on, I had no idea that they were from Italy and doing school on top of creating amazing patterns. So the inspiration from Jeanette says, I designed the hook case because I needed one for myself. I used the colors I usually work with, and I added the stars and a moon because that's my favorite theme. Oh, nice. I honestly didn't expect my pattern to be the most liked this year. It makes me so happy that people enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone. Of course, and thank you for being on Ribblr and enjoying, kind of like the atmosphere and all the users on it. Would love to know, like, how long have you been crocheting and how long have you been, like, actively posting to Ribblr? I feel like I haven't seen a lot of your work until recently on Ribblr, and I do see you pop up on my other socials though, such as like TikTok. So like, how long have you been crocheting and what's kind of like the main things that you like to crochet if it isn't like these kind of like practical pieces? Wonder if there's a voice chat maybe as well to talking with no face. That would be interesting. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here, even though I can't be on camera. Of course. Appreciate your fast typing and everything. So it's cool to see you show up in this way. That's a good question, Marilyn. I'll ask that one after she lets us know kind of like her inspiration, how long she's been crocheting for. I remember on Zoom calls, you can have an avatar and it would just be your voice. Okay, yeah, I'll have to like give that a whirl as like the moderator for this kind of thing. So yeah, interesting stuff. We're gonna have another guest, but due to time zones it wasn't gonna work out. I need to crochet items. I need also like my taco dishcloth. Nice. That'd be a cool one. Yeah, we'll have to give it a whirl. I know that this year we definitely want a lot of people coming on to the show. If there is anybody in the chat who is interested in showing up in terms of like typing and stuff, it's always an option. So Jeanette says, I started crocheting about 2 years ago with my best friend, and we kept updating each other on our progress. I started making amigurumi. Oh, you're an amigurumi artist too. Nice. Started making amigurumi, but now I like doing more practical projects like digicam case or pouches. What? Okay. For all the digicam users, you know the shop to go to. That's so awesome. 2 years in the making, you're already winning an award. That's so awesome, Jeanette. So with that said, we have people in the chat already asking if you're able to like reveal maybe what you're working on or like currently about to like release. Do you have anything that you want to promote or talk about what you're working on now? Her text do look small for phone users, so if ever you can make her text like the main thing. Oh, okay, good to know. Yeah, on the computer, on my OBS, this is as big as it's gonna be able to get, but I can definitely try to do some workarounds on like this whole thing. Thank you so much for letting me know, Bayloved. So that's really cool. It's amazing how many people are seeing like so much success, you know, like within just like the past few years. I really do think of like the new world being like after COVID. So that's so cool. I personally was crafting before it in 2016. So it's really cool to see the two different worlds of like designers and stuff. Yeah, I live under a rock. What's a digicam? So, like, short for digital camera. Oh, wait. I was going to go look it up so I could show you the picture, but we'll stay here first. Yeah, would absolutely love to, as Jeanette sends their message and stuff. You have to zoom in to see if I want to read. Well, I guess it's good that I'm reading out loud then. Jeanette says, I'm currently working on a little Valentine's Day project. Okay, exciting. Valentine's Day is coming up for all the lovebirds, and we will be having a campaign for that. Something crafty, but I don't want to give away too much yet. Okay, good to know. I'll be in touch with you about something exciting then. That's so amazing. And where can everyone find you online? Because right now they know that you're on Instagram and Ribblr, but is there other places that people can find you as well? It's like digital cameras, like, you know, the small cameras. Yeah, it's like the old OG one. They're kind of like a snap and shot one. Yes, we are so excited. Yeah, Valentine's Day will be fun. I know, I mean, now we know that Jeanette's going to be releasing something pretty cool for it. Hopefully, you know, it comes to Ribblr. Obviously, the audience is here for it, so... And then y'all can expect some fun treats for Valentine week from your favorite team at Ribblr. You can also find me on YouTube where I'm posting the tutorials. Okay, great to know. So that is another place that we can find Sweet Loop Dreams, Jeanette over there. And by the way, I love your logo. Like, it looks awesome. Well, it sounds like you're doing so much. And then, you know, in terms of like being a community member and everything, I hope that you've been enjoying your time on Ribblr as well. And I think there was one more message coming. Let's see here. We'll give it just one moment. Yeah, this is such an interesting... I think in the future we might do like AMA like on the community section. So, yeah, I hope... So when you started designing Sweet Loop, or Jeanette, do you start your patterns on Ribblr or do you transfer them over here? Thank you. I designed the logo myself. Oh, you're a graphic designer too. Okay, so many amazing things. Are you? Let's see here. You said you're in school. So when you're in university, are you studying graphic design over in university as well? Or are you there for fiber arts? You know, you can go to school for even like learning how to like not write a book, but how to make a book, like the actual like physical piece. So we'd love to know what you are studying over in university. That did, yes, Kate Crochet, that did answer that, yeah. By the way, I think the things we make for the January challenge. Okay, good to know. I hear you, Crochet Master, or Crochet Hamster. The Crochet Hamster. Yes, I'm a graphic designer student, year 2. Wow, your days must be filled with so much creativity, designing graphics and like also crocheting. I have to know, are you also crocheting like while you're in class? Would love to know if you made book cover patterns. Good question, Bay. K Crochet says they want to visit Italy. I also want to visit Italy. Crochet Hamster, your new name is Crochet Master. Also, yes, I started posting here on Ribblr. I found the website really easy to use. Nice. Really glad to hear that. Yay. So glad that a content creator like yourself is enjoying the platform so much. Yes. Also crocheting things for my classmates all the time. That's so funny. You're just like ripping it through class. That's so fun. I was crocheting when I was in college in class. That's when I started crocheting at all. And it definitely helped me like not stare at the clock as much. But yeah, so our window is coming to a close here. I really do appreciate you being here in this form. Do you have any like parting words or anything that you want to share to the audience, or anything that you want to let people know about as like a promotion, or just any like final words that you would like to share with the class? Rubri says, I always try to advertise Ribblr. Well, you have like a lot of like skin in the game now with Ribblr, so that definitely makes sense. I appreciate you doing that. Ribblr sometimes feels like Discord, so for people who used Discord before, you can get used to the app website very easily, especially with the glow up. The glow up like has made it like so much smoother. I bring my crochet to school and do it in class. Well, Jeanette's an inspiration, really. The idea that our like interviewee is just like typing to this is just like so funny to me. Thank you so much for having me, and to everyone that used my patterns. Of course, your pattern is amazing. Congratulations on winning like the award today. You will see a badge show up on your account, and you should be receiving something as well. So thank you so much for coming on by today. You made my year. Thank you so much. It means a lot. We hope to work with you a ton more in this new year, make 2026 an even better year, and maybe even see you back on the annual awards. Thank you so much for showing up in this form and doing kind of like an experiment. I know, we tried to figure this out. So thank you for kind of maybe like inspiring others to maybe want to come on the show in this way as well. And we'll try to make it more accessible for everybody. So thank you so much, Jeanette. We really appreciate having you, and we'll be sharing your shop and everything. And we'll wait for this last message to come through, and then we'll move on to the last few categories. Sabrina says, I have been using Ribblr for a couple months now, and I had no idea this show was a thing. Well, welcome on by. Glad to have you here. And Jeanette's last words are planning to share more tutorials in 2026. It does not stop. Would love to work with you guys. Of course, I am going to be your contact, so we will be in touch shortly. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Have a good one. You can leave one last emoji just so I don't hang up this call too prematurely. And yeah, we'll catch you on the flip, hopefully for more of your tutorials to come out. Really excited to see them. You're using a 0.60 millimeter? My gosh. All right, I think that's probably done. So let's switch on back to our awards. All right, thank you so much to Jeanette for being here. Sweet Loop Dreams, make sure to check them out. Appreciate them showing up even in a kind of way that that was nice. And we actually have one more category, so a big one, but we're gonna have Ribbit come in one more time to give some breaking news, and then I'll be back for our last category, announce some gem winners as well for voting, and then talk a little shop about the platform, and then we'll call it a day. So I'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you, Vincent. Ribot here with today's headlines from the Ribblr community and beyond. Today marks the Ribblr Awards 2025, celebrating creativity, dedication, and innovation across the community. Nominations highlight a wide range of talented makers, and winners are being announced throughout the show. In addition, several creators across social media, such as Croutons Crochet and Crochet by Jenna, are hosting their own awards event, recognizing and celebrating makers in the community. It's a festive moment for everyone to come together and honor creativity. As we step into 2026, Ribblers are already sharing their New Year resolutions and bucket lists. Whether it's finishing long-standing projects, launching shops, learning new techniques, or simply making more time to craft, the community is setting intentions for a creative year ahead. In music news, global pop act Cat's Eye has released their new single, Internet Girl, and it sparked a lively conversation online. Fans are divided. Some love the catchy internet-inspired theme, while others prefer the live version they first heard on tour or aren't as enthusiastic about the production. Despite the debate, the track debuted in the top 15 on global charts, showing it's still a major moment for the group. And finally, a major pop culture moment. Stranger Things has officially reached its conclusion. After nearly a decade of demogorgons, synths, and fandom theories, viewers are sharing mixed emotions about the ending. So we have to ask, how did it land for you? That's all for today's headlines. Enjoy the awards, share your goals for the year ahead, and keep the conversations going. Sending it back to Vincent. Ribbit, ribbit.
All right, huge. Okay, we have literally only one more category. So excited to release that, and then our annual awards are done. It definitely a bit more low key this year. Just kind of like taking the stats from behind the scenes and still trying to celebrate people the most we can. But really appreciate all of you coming today. Whether this is your first show or, you've been here all year, really appreciate having you here. We will be doing, of course, our Ribblr show throughout the entire year of 2026. So thank you, everyone, for being such a supporter, and hopefully enjoying me as your Ribblr show host. It's always a blast and a pleasure to be seeing what everyone is discussing and talking about. So let's go into our next and last category of the day. So we have the most followed shop of the year. So for all that don't know, we actually added a lot of kind of weight to the follow function this year. There's a lot of reasons to follow. There's also exclusive patterns when following people. And to top it off, we also introduced the following tab on your home screen. So this is a good way to keep up with your favorites. Oh, thank you everyone for your kind words. Yay, Orions, I'm so glad. So it is really beneficial to follow your favorites. And it looks like, it's interesting because we saw that the best-selling pattern wasn't a doll, but the most followed shops were amigurumi shops this year. So pretty interesting. It's okay, Sabrina. You will be able to watch all of it as the VOD. So you will be able to see it. And then always try to keep up to date with the notifications when the show goes live. Falcon says, Vincent, if anyone else hosts, I won't watch the show. Well, I mean, I hear ya. So we do have Stitch Creations with their amazing patterns as well. You may have actually grabbed a few freebies from them during some of our promotions. And then we have Y Crochets, who's actually been a longtime friend of the platform. So she is awesome as well. Really great content. Glad to see their shop followers. And we were going to have her on today, but there was just some schedule conflicts, but amazing stuff. And then we have Mermaid with Joy. Absolutely amazing. On the simpler, smaller side of amigurumi space, I think that really does fill a niche that a lot of people are looking for. So all amazing shops, and You can definitely expect to see them working with Ribblr this year, I imagine. So for our final winner of the year, the winners are going to be, drumroll, congratulations to Y Crochets. So been on the platform for quite some time, and they still continue to bring in those followers. So thank you so much to them for being such an active part of the community. Mermaid with Joy has actually also really gone up in the follower count. I think they're actually fairly new to the platform from what I can recall, but they're awesome. I love all their work every time I see it. Those frogs, if I was following patterns, I would definitely be making one of those frogs right now, especially as a Portlander. And then we got Stitch Creations in third. I love their dog patterns. They actually have like almost like every dog you can think of. So if you have a dog at home and you want to make an amigurumi based on that, great person to be following. Great shop. So yeah, that concludes our annual awards for the year. So thank you. How many followers they got, I'd love to see. So for Y Crochets, I don't know how many that they gained this year, but right now they have 32,404 followers. So 32,000 is a lot, I gotta say. Like, yeah, that's a lot of followers. So huge congrats to them. And then in third place for Stitch, they are at, oh, I guess it doesn't. Oh, it's I see. It's like how many new followers they gain. So yeah, pretty impressive. So congratulations to everybody there involved. Let's go over the winners one more time just so everyone can get a clean slate, or if you rolled in a little late. So our freebie winner for this year was Stitch Creations giant bundle of 10 patterns. I mean, hello. That is like huge value for free. So generous. Best selling pattern of the year was the Tesserae Jumper by Crochet by Jessie. So it was awesome to have her on the show. Huge achievement there. So yeah, awesome to see them come on the show. Explained a little bit more about the mosaic stuff. Like, that cannot be easy. So huge. Like, I'm really impressed with her brain. The most journaled pattern of the year was Crochet by Dania with their dragon pattern. So that is really awesome to see. I really love seeing a more of a complex pattern be so, celebrated. So it makes sense. Marilyn had a really good hypothesis that, if you're going to put so much time and effort into a pattern, it would make sense that you would want to show it off. So good theory on that. The most liked pattern of the year was the amazing practical way to, hold your notions, tools, and hooks. Probably your needles as well, from Sweet Loop Dreams. Appreciate them coming on today in an alternative format through messaging, but still awesome for them to offer up some of their time and talk to us as their viewers. Awesome that they're juggling university and putting out so many amazing crafts. So good on them. And then finally, the most followed shop of the year was Y Crochets. So big bump from them, I suppose. They have been involved in some of our promotions as well, so that definitely helps. So if you're looking to grow on Ribblr as well, we are always offering ways for shops to grow and be shown to our audience. So so many amazing winners today. And this also comes, we also have a few more winners today. Oh wait, that's from last show. So we have a few more winners today, and part of the voting process was, the promise that there was incentive, and we are gifting one gem to 5 different users who participated in voting. So thank you everyone for taking the time to vote and to, indulge and have some fun with it. We do want to give some credit to all of you. So we do have 5 winners to announce. So hopefully everyone stayed. So let's see who the winners are, and you will be receiving your gem on Monday. Oh, you got to finish your January challenge too, your anomaly? Okay, so the first winner today for joining in on the voting process is going to be Falcon the Phoenix. So congratulations to Falcon for winning a gem, for jumping in on the voting process. Huge congratulations to you. Really appreciate you being here and being active in the community. So props to you. And we're going to go through these a little quickly. So congratulations to Falcon. The next winner for the gem for voting is going to be the Laura Grace. So congratulations to Laura Grace. Really awesome creator on the platform. Actually had a name drop during the show as well, during Crochet by Jesse's interview, as they are good friends. So they got to win a gem. We'll be in contact with them to send them their link. So congratulations to Laura Grace. We saw her actually appear on the YouTube side. So thanks for coming on by today, Laura Grace, sharing some of your friends. That is awesome. The next winner for voting is going to be K Crochet. So, oh, I think you actually won one not too long ago as well. So huge congrats to K Crochet, filling up that pattern library full of gems. So huge props to you for winning that one. Thanks so much for actively participating and having some fun with it. Our fourth winner is going to be the Crochet Hamster Lover. So congratulations to Crochet Hamster. Absolute dubs. You can expect to get your unique link on Monday when I send all those out. So appreciate the patience on that. Congratulations for, I think you said that this was your first show being here, if I remember that correctly. So if that's true, then really appreciate you being here, and hopefully this gives you a little bit of a nibble on the fun reasons to be here in the Ribblr Show. First time I won something. Well, happy to have you here. Let's go, Hamster. And hello, Cecile. All right. Last but not least, the final winner of winning a gem for contributing and being part of the voting process is Joy to the World Crochet. Congratulations to them. I know that they actually said that they had to leave a little bit earlier, so maybe if they watch the VOD, they'll see this or be surprised when I message them with their unique link. But hello, Nort. How are you? But yeah, so awesome to have so many amazing winners here today. Thank you everyone for being here. So that does conclude our annual awards. I know that it was a little bit different this year, rather than all the steps and picking. But there are some really other fun award shows going on this year, as Ribblr had actually mentioned. If you're in the crochet space, the Yarnies are actually tomorrow, and those were actually community nominated and voted on. So those are going to be really cool. That is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. If you're more in the knitting sphere and crochet as well, our Maker Life also has some guests that they're going to be interviewing too. So definitely jump around in other communities as well and try to support all you can. And of course, drop a little bit of a name drop for Ribblr. Let these audiences and designers know that Ribblr is the place to be. So let's go jump on in to our next part. I do want to share a little bit of what is going on Ribblr before we end the show today. Well, the first thing is I do want to share. Oh wait, actually no. Yeah, let's go to. As a reminder, we do have our Freebie Friday currently live. So in the chat, you can find this pattern that you can claim today only. It is free. It is Ollie the painter duck. Really cute, really a fun project to be working on. This is from Lily Gurumi, awesome artist. She really puts a lot together for like a lot of charity and stuff. So awesome designer to support. Make sure to go grab that. And then let's go jump into some of the community stuff I wanted to share with all of you to start off the new year. So kind of our big one I wanted to share with all of you is our as our monthly challenge right now going on, the Jewel of January monthly challenge. So we are just looking for everyone to create something in a garnet color. So kind of something within that family. We are giving you a lot of freedom. This is January's birthstone. Do we actually have anyone in the chat who is a January baby? If this is your birthstone, definitely a fun challenge. And I don't remember who said in the chat, but they did finish. They did finish their challenge submission. We got some fun. Some fun inspo if you are looking for it. So you can definitely check that out as well. January 14th for Ribblr. Nice. It's not too late, Slay. And then once you do finish your submission, you can definitely post it in the comments just to like have people comment. But you are going to want to submit it here on the pattern page. And right now we already have 26 submissions. So that's really awesome. Thank you everyone who has brought their stuff in. So we even have a sewist, it looks like, in here. We got some a garnet headband. We got some roses, classic. Some other fun headgear. Oh, a lot of fun headgear. Sam Stark has this awesome free-handed dress. More headgear. Oh, that's cute. Got a dragon. Got some more headgear for the dog. Nice. Some good stuff here. Yes, happy birthday to all the Jan babies. So make sure to get your birthstone, showing it off right for the community challenge. Already 26 of you, and we're already so early in the year. So thank you everyone for joining. Don't forget, we have, there's other ways to earn gems as well. Ribbit is always trying to get a bit of a sneak peek on what's going on in all of your lives. So if you haven't seen, you just have to go into the hashtag Ribbit in the community section. And we already have 110 people mentioning what kind of advice they would give to their younger self. So 116 now. Okay, that went up. So if you want to find some advice, if you're feeling a bit lost, you can definitely check out this thread here, and you can find about 3 of these a week. So definitely check out to see what Ribbit's talking about. Always a way to earn a gem too. A lot of good advice here, I imagine. Just right off the rip, Sweet Stitch says, I really wish I'd taken pictures of everything they made, no matter how awful it is. I agree. I did do a decent job at like the finished project, but not like all the getting used to it thing. And then finally, I did want to promote this about Ribblr. We do have our Ribblr Plus subscription that you will hear me talking about quite a bit this year. Want to make sure that you get the full benefits. There's a lot of reasons to sign up for Ribblr Plus. And it is on sale at the moment, so I am going to actually leave that in the chat here on Ribblr. But just to make sure, there's a lot of good stuff. You do get gems every month. You get unlimited downloads as well. So if you're kind of tired of only getting 5 a day, you can have unlimited. You can use boards. You can use pins. Everything is ad-free. And on top of that isn't written here, there are some other small promotions that you do get out of it. We do sometimes have exclusive Ribblr shows for only Ribblr Plus members. And then we also do have certain quests and community exclusive, like, not games, but they're like challenges and fulfilled, or like, they're like exclusive challenges and stuff that you can partake in for chances to win things. There's sometimes even exclusive like community posts that you can only see as a Ribblr Plus member. So yeah, exclusive events and giveaways as well. And yeah, you can also add external patterns. So how long is the offer? I don't know, actually. If Ribblr has that information in the chat, they can feel free to put it. But if it isn't said, just gotta hop on it before it's gone, really. By the way, when my Ribblr Plus expires, do the boards stay there? That's also another really great question, Hamster. I'm not sure. I don't want to give you any bad information. Your anomaly says, I love Ribblr Plus. I've had it for almost a year. Oh, nice. That's awesome, your anomaly. And so this is a really great way to get the most out of Ribblr. Yes, you can still use Ribblr as a free platform and nothing's ever going to be taken away from you. But at the end of the day, Ribblr, you know, this is a way to be able to offer you a lot more value because as you can see as a Ribblr user, you do get a ton of value. You get our freebie Fridays. Free users also get to be, they get to see our Ribblr surprises and our campaigns as well that are not paid for. So when subscribing to this, you are supporting a small team, and part of that small team is me as well. And being able to, make all the team happy and stuff. I know money isn't everything, but that does help support the broadcast as well. So really appreciate all of you who do sign up for it, or even considering or sending it to loved ones who are able to afford it. I know everyone's in different spots when it comes financially. So just wanted to share that with all of you, just in case you didn't know about it. I'll put the link in here one more time. And so I appreciate everyone considering and maybe checking that out. And then, we were, depending on how time was going to go, we were actually going to jump into doing Ribblr ins and outs, but I think we're going to save that for next stream because I think there are a lot of things that we can come up with together. So, and you can win gems next time. So make sure to be there. So I think that does it. I missed it. When does the promo end? Let's see here. I'm not sure when the promotion ends. I'm so sorry for that, Heather. Oh, thank you so much, Marilyn. It does go a long way, and I do appreciate it. It does support my livelihood as well. I canceled my membership when I was charged, but nothing was deducted from me, so I hope when I subscribe, it doesn't it shouldn't double charge you, no, bae. And if it does, you can reach out to the team and figure that out with them. Thank you so much, Carrot Top and Marilyn. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do think that people appreciate seeing the team a bit. So it's not just like, the digital assets that we put out there. So I can't believe you deserve it, Falcon. You've been coming a lot. The Ribblr Plus discount is until the end of the month. Okay, so you have until February to get that promotion. So it's pretty good price right now, honestly. So that's why I wanted to share it with all of you. Pays the bills, yeah. Heather says, I've had Ribblr Plus for a while and love it. Yay, I'm so glad. I have it as well, and I definitely do like the platform a bit more with it, but I don't think the platform disrespects your time or anything without it either. So I think either way, you're in a good place, but I do recommend giving it a whirl for 2026. I think you'll really like it. And the team on the back end is making more changes that will only improve your quality of life. Oh, I'm so glad, Jess. Thank you so much for coming and checking out and also just staying in the chat. That's really awesome of you. Thank you for being so supportive. Risa says, I tried to use the code. Didn't work. I was sure. Okay, well, Ribblr is in the chat, Risa. So if you want to, hopefully they can help you with that. Or you can send a message to support@ribblr.com. Should I get gold or platinum? I mean, platinum does give you the most gems, but it really comes down to what works in your budget. I think the main difference is the amount of gems you get at the end of the month, which actually does come out to more value. And then you also get monthly selfie points. So you pay less every time you get a sale, which for small businesses might be more worth it. Oh no, Heather. Well, I'm sure they'll take care of it. I'm sure they see it. New year, things have been pretty swamped, so hopefully they get back to you shortly. Sadly, I can't really afford it for every month, but I'll definitely buy it when I get the discount from the wheel. Nice. Okay, awesome, Hamster. Yeah, it's good. Hello, Plum. Good to see you from Uruguay. Hello from Portland, Oregon. But Ribblr itself is based out of the UK, so kind of a global company. I had to stick around. It's been so much fun. Yeah, it's awesome that like your story is so inspirational, and if you're open to it, the chat loved you. So maybe in the future, if you want to, during a pattern release or something, you feel free to come back on the show for maybe a bit longer of a window, and we can chit chat. If you like streaming, I'm not sure if you're like into streaming as much as you are like recorded content. So normally says, I love getting the 4 gems with platinum. I've gotten a few patterns each month. Yeah, the value is like, I mean, you're paying $14 right now before the 30%. And then 4 gems almost gives you like that value back right off the rip. So I did get a gem on the wheel today. Nice. Yeah, Ribblr is really fast with their support team. I always feel really confident sending people to the email. Yes, we would love that too. Your energy was infectious, no doubt. Your anomaly gets the annual. That's nice. Yeah, just like don't even have to think about it. Yes, nice to meet you as well. So I think that is, wow, my OBS looks so dark, but I'm looking on the other screen and my shirt has more wrinkles than I thought. That's my bad. Oh, okay. So I think we are going to call it there. More work is to be done and my social battery is weaning. So we are going to call it. So thank you everyone for coming today. Excuse me. It has been such a blast going over the awards, talking to our guests, getting to know some of you as well. Thank you to those who frequent the show. Thank you to those who maybe this was your first show ever and you decided to stay for the whole thing for a few minutes. Really appreciate it. For all those who have been lurking as well, we really appreciate your viewership and being here. And yeah, thank you for bringing the community together and making it is what it is. Ribblr is only so much if it isn't for all of you. So, it is a symbiotic relationship. So really appreciate all of you being here today. I hope all of you had fun. We do, of course, one of our goals on Ribblr is to respect all of your time, especially when it comes to crafting and stuff. And any other concerns, and especially when it comes to the show, you don't have to be here. I'm competing with a lot of other media, so I do really appreciate your time, your effort, your contributions in terms of the voting and just chatting in the chat. For all the lurkers, we really do appreciate you. And yeah, thank you so much for hanging out today. It's been a blast. Hope everyone's having a great start to 2026, finding joy in their own lives. 1:30 a.m. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And thank you to those on the other side of the pond who are staying up late. Appreciate all of you. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back with the Ribblr show on January 23rd, and I will catch you for the next show. So thank you, everyone. I will see you for the next one, and I will see you online, and make sure to hit up Ribblr if there's anything you need. And we'll do our best to support and promote all of you. Have a good one, everybody. My name is Vincent. It has been an honor to be your host today, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Bye-bye now.